Hola, me llamo Jack.
What is Scott Dual Language Magnet?
No tocar a mis amigos.
Scott Dual Language Magnet Elementary School offers students in pre-K through 5th grade an opportunity to get a quality education in both English and Spanish. Who can attend Scott Dual Language Magnet?
All around, he digs and he paws fresh.
Any child 4 or 5 years of age living within the Topeka Public Schools district's boundaries.
But the bear was...
What do parents at Scott Dual Language Magnet think?
I think it's important to be bilingual because I think that the world that they'll grow up and live in will be at least bilingual.
I would say that the idea of education has changed, and Scott's motto, they really focus on making sure that it is a team partnership between parents and schools, and that each one knows what's going on so that we can reaffirm with the student what's being taught, and so they make it very easy to be able to understand what's being taught in schools and to understand what we can do at home to help our students succeed.
I think it brings a lot of opportunity. I mean, it is what you make of it, but having the ability to converse with different people rather than just English speakers can be huge in your life in the future.
I feel like, so from a communicating with other people in the world standpoint, I think it's, from the actual speaking Spanish to other people standpoint, it's really important. But I also think it's really important to understand the kind of nuances of cultural differences and how different families have different ways of doing things, and how those differences are all just that. They're different. They're not bad. They're not good. They're just different. And to see that at a young age and to really experience, to read about it is one thing, but to see those differences day to day and learn to appreciate them and be around them and experiencing them all the time is really powerful. Being bilingual does, even if they do 6 months of bilingual education or 6 years or 60 years, it does really good things for their brain and for their brain development and the way that they process information for years to come. And so I think that part is also really important.
Why did you choose Scott Dual Language Magnet?
He is very advanced, so we wanted him to be challenged. We wanted him to have a lot of that academic challenge, and we thought that would be inherent in bilingual education. Besides that, we think that both of us, it's a shared value that just in this global economy that you really have to be ahead of the game. Being bilingual is really the first step in that.
And we thought that there were a lot of mental benefits for being bilingual. I like it because I feel like it helps make us more a part of not just the world but this community. Mm-hmm. A lot of people in our community speak Spanish, and I really feel more a part of the community by going to Scott.
Mm-hmm.
When and how do I enroll my child at Scott?
Lucky me, right?
Enrollment for pre-K and kindergarten is February 25th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You must enroll online at scott.topekapublicschools.net. Kiosks will be set up from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Scott to assist in applying online. Is there a waiting list?
Because it is a unique program and not everybody starts their kid in 501 in pre-K at age 4, we hadn't really been looking at the deadlines, and we missed the February deadline last year to apply. And then we heard about the program, and so we called up and got on the waiting list, and we were pretty far down on the waiting list, 18th on the waiting list, but it's worth it getting on the waiting list because those spots do open up as circumstances change and people move, and we got the call the day before enrollment, so we had to make a pretty quick decision on whether or not to enroll her, and we'd already thought through it enough to get on the waiting list and talked about it.
Where is Scott Dual Language Magnet located? Scott Dual Language Magnet School is located just a few minutes northeast of downtown Topeka at 401 Southeast Market Street.
We didn't feel that the distance was a deterrent to bringing our son Dexter to Scott. We like that on the way to Scott, we see a lot of Spanish billboards and signs on the way to school. We think that gives us a little practice on the way to school. We think there's a little multiculturalism on the way to school. It's not too far. We think it's a great distance. I don't see any problems with it. I don't think there's really anywhere in Topeka that would be too far to travel to come to this school. We're very pleased. I think if this school were in Lawrence, it wouldn't be too far to go.
Why choose Scott Dual Language Magnet?
And you can just really see the cohesion here. It seems like all the kids pull together. You can't really see a whole lot of cliques here, at least in the earlier grades. It seems like all the kids mesh really well together because it is so diverse. It is so just open to every type of person.
I think at the end of the day, you have nothing to lose. You have a whole another world to gain, but you have nothing to lose. And that's the beauty of it, is that the kids are going to learn a whole different language. They're going to learn a whole other culture. And that's nothing but a benefit to them. So you really have nothing to lose.
And I really think that what Scott Dual Language Magnet School is doing is amazing.
And I know that they're looking for families that are willing to commit towards full, I guess essentially 7 years, pre-K, kindergarten, and through 5th grade here and then beyond. But really, the fact is that you're not absolutely committed here, essentially past 1 year, that you can try it out, and that was, I guess, going into it, we thought, well, let's at least give this a try, a chance. It's not set in stone. And honestly, it only took us a couple of weeks to realize that was a great decision and that we don't regret it, and that, we'll unless she changes her mind when she, as she gets older, that we're committed to seeing through that commitment here. But if for some reason it doesn't work out, you can go to another school. But the honest answer is, once you're exposed to it, you really find out that there are the advantages that are that you hear about are real.
Adios.